Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What are you doing with your life? Are you moving forward with purpose, or are you merely existing? Time is the most precious gift you have. It is the currency of life. Every second you waste is a second you can never get back. Every minute spent on distractions, every hour given to things that do not add value to your future is an opportunity lost. And yet, many of us spend our time worrying about what others are doing, chasing things that do not matter, and waiting for someone to give us permission to live. Time is the most valuable resource given to every human being. Unlike money, which can be lost and regained, or material possessions that can be replaced, time is a one-way journey. Once a second, a minute, or an hour is gone, it is gone forever. It does not stop, pause, or rewind for anyone. Every day we are given 24 hours, 1,440 minutes, 86400 seconds. And the way we choose to use them determines the quality of our lives. Some people understand this truth and maximize their time, while others waste it on things that do not add value to their destiny. The difference between success and failure, between those who lead and those who follow, is how time is spent. Every great leader, innovator, or visionary who has left an impact on the world had the same 24 hours as every other person. They did not have extra time, nor were they given a special advantage. The only difference was their mindset toward time. They saw time as an investment, an asset that had to be managed with wisdom and intention. They understood that whatever they focused their time on would determine what they became. The same is true for every person alive today. If time is spent learning, growing, developing skills, and investing in purpose, life will move towards success. If time is wasted on distractions, meaningless entertainment, or unproductive activities, the result will be mediocrity. The problem with many people is not a lack of talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but a lack of discipline in managing time. The greatest enemy of time is distraction. Distraction comes in many forms: social media, excessive entertainment, gossip, procrastination, negative relationships, and unnecessary commitments. Many people live their lives responding to every notification, every invitation, and every demand that pulls them away from what truly matters. They do not realize that every moment spent on things that do not contribute to their growth is a moment stolen from their future. Time lost is never recovered. The people who understand the value of time guard it jealously. They set priorities and make intentional decisions about how they spend their hours. They wake up with a sense of purpose, knowing that every day is an opportunity to build something that will outlive them. They do not allow other people's demands or society's distractions to dictate their schedule. They recognize that time is not something to be managed casually, but something to be used strategically. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that they have time. This illusion causes many to postpone their dreams, delay their growth, and put off important decisions. They say, "I will start tomorrow," "I will get serious next year," or "I still have time." But time does not wait for anyone. The years will pass whether a person takes action or not. The difference is that those who act with urgency will look back with satisfaction, while those who delay will look back with regret. The truth is, whatever a person values, they will make time for. People who say they do not have time to read, learn, build, or pursue their dreams are simply saying those things are not important enough to prioritize. Everyone has time, but not everyone uses it wisely. Those who understand the value of time schedule their days with intentionality. They know that wasted time equals a wasted life. They discipline themselves to focus on activities that contribute to their long-term success, even when it is not convenient. It is not enough to be busy. The real question is, what are you busy doing? Many people fill their days with activity but never make real progress. They attend meetings, engage in endless conversations, scroll through their phones, and go through the motions of life without ever producing anything meaningful. Being occupied is not the same as being productive. Productivity means that time is spent on things that align with purpose, goals, and vision. It means cutting out distractions, learning to say no, and focusing on what truly matters. Every person on this earth was born with a unique purpose. There is no one else exactly like you, and there never will be. Before you took your first breath, there was already a reason for your existence. Purpose is not something that is created. It is something that is discovered. It is the original intention for which something was made. Just as a manufacturer designs a product with a specific function in mind, you were created with an assignment that only you can fulfill. The tragedy of life is not death. It is living without ever knowing why you were born. So many people go through life without direction, following routines, chasing money, and imitating others, yet never stopping to ask the most important question: why am I here? When a person does not know their purpose, they live by trial and error. They spend years experimenting, trying different things, and hoping something works. They move from one job to another, one relationship to another, one idea to another, without a clear sense of identity. They allow life to dictate their path instead of taking control and living with intention. A person without purpose is easily influenced, easily distracted, and easily discouraged. They become like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the winds of life take them. But purpose brings clarity. It gives direction. It answers the questions of identity, meaning, and destiny. When a person discovers their purpose, they no longer waste time on things that do not align with their calling. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not talent, background, or opportunity. It is a clear understanding of purpose. A person who knows their purpose does not allow fear, obstacles, or opinions to stop them. They wake up every morning with a sense of urgency because they understand that life is short and their assignment must be completed. They do not waste years trying to be like someone else because they recognize that they were created for something specific. Purpose eliminates competition. When you know why you exist, you do not envy others because you understand that your success is not measured by comparison, but by obedience to your unique calling. Many people spend their lives chasing success instead of purpose. They think that having more money, fame, or power will bring fulfillment, but they soon realize that external achievements do not satisfy the soul. True fulfillment comes from living out the reason for which you were created. A person who is living in purpose can be content, whether they have much or little, because they are doing what they were designed to do. Purpose brings joy, peace, and a sense of accomplishment that nothing else can provide. Those who do not discover their purpose often feel a deep sense of emptiness, even when they appear successful on the outside. They may have everything the world calls success, but still feel lost and unfulfilled. Discovering purpose requires self-reflection, discipline, and a willingness to separate from distractions. It requires spending time alone, asking the hard questions, and being honest about what truly matters. Purpose is often found in the things that come naturally, the things that ignite passion, and the things that solve a problem in the world. Every person has a unique gift, a talent, a skill, or an ability that points to their purpose. But if a person never takes the time to discover it, they risk wasting their years on things that do not matter. Living without purpose leads to regret. The saddest thing is not growing old. It is reaching the end of life and realizing that years were spent doing things that had no lasting value. Time cannot be reversed, and opportunities that are wasted do not return. Many people only recognize the importance of purpose when it is too late. They look back on their lives and see missed chances, unfulfilled dreams, and potential that was never used. The greatest pain is not failure, but realizing that success was possible, yet never achieved because purpose was ignored. Distractions are the greatest enemy of progress. They do not always come in the form of obvious temptations or negative influences. Sometimes they appear as harmless activities that gradually pull a person away from their true purpose. A distraction is anything that takes time, energy, and focus away from what truly matters. It is not always bad, but it becomes dangerous when it replaces the things that contribute to growth and success. Many people do not realize they are distracted because they mistake movement for progress. They stay busy, constantly engaged in activities, but at the end of the day, they have achieved nothing meaningful. The modern world is filled with distractions that compete for attention every second. Social media, endless entertainment, unnecessary conversations, and irrelevant commitments consume valuable time that could be used for personal development and productivity. People spend hours scrolling through other people's lives instead of building their own. They invest energy in debates that have no impact on their future. They engage in relationships that drain them instead of push them forward. These distractions steal time, and once time is lost, it cannot be recovered. The people who succeed in life are those who learn to say no to things that do not align with their goals. Focus is the ability to direct all effort and attention toward a single objective without being swayed by distractions. It requires discipline, self-control, and the ability to prioritize what is truly important. Without focus, even the most talented person will fail to achieve greatness. Many people have potential but never reach success because they allow distractions to dictate their lives. They start with enthusiasm but quickly lose momentum when faced with entertainment, unnecessary drama, or temporary pleasures. Focus means making conscious decisions about what deserves attention and what must be ignored. Distractions do not always come from outside sources. Sometimes they come from within. Fear, doubt, and insecurity can become internal distractions that prevent a person from moving forward. Instead of taking action, many people spend time worrying about what others will think, questioning their abilities, and hesitating because of past failures. These mental distractions are just as dangerous as external ones because they create excuses for inaction. A person who constantly second-guesses themselves will never take bold steps toward their purpose. To eliminate distractions, there must be a deliberate effort to overcome fear, silence self-doubt, and develop a mindset that is focused on progress rather than perfection. The key to eliminating distractions is to set clear priorities. When a person knows what they want to achieve, it becomes easier to recognize what is and is not important. Without clear priorities, everything will seem urgent, and time will be wasted on things that do not contribute to personal growth. Successful people do not allow random events or other people's expectations to control their schedule. They wake up each day with a plan, knowing exactly what must be done to move closer to their goals. They guard their time and energy, refusing to give attention to anything that does not serve their purpose. One of the greatest tests of discipline is the ability to resist short-term gratification for long-term success. Many people sacrifice their future for temporary pleasure. They choose entertainment over education, comfort over challenge, and convenience over commitment. But the people who accomplish great things are those who are willing to endure discomfort, reject distractions, and remain focused even when it is not easy. They understand that every wasted moment is a moment that could have been invested in building a better future. They make sacrifices today so they can enjoy the rewards tomorrow. A distracted life leads to wasted potential. There are people with incredible gifts and talents who never rise to greatness because they allow minor things to consume their time. Instead of mastering their craft, they waste hours on entertainment. Instead of developing their skills, they spend time engaging in meaningless conversations. Instead of working on their vision, they get caught up in distractions that do not add value to their lives. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not ability, but the ability to remain focused on what truly matters. Seeking validation from others is one of the greatest obstacles to personal growth and success. Many people live their lives trying to gain approval, acceptance, and recognition from those around them, often at the cost of their true purpose. They shape their decisions, beliefs, and actions based on what others think rather than what is right for them. The need for validation becomes a prison that keeps them from reaching their full potential. Instead of walking boldly in their calling, they hesitate, waiting for permission to be who they were created to be. This dependency on external approval limits creativity, confidence, and the ability to make independent choices. When a person relies on the opinions of others, they become controlled by the expectations and judgments of people who do not understand their purpose. Everyone has an opinion, but not every opinion is valuable. Many people give advice from their own fears, insecurities, and limitations, projecting their doubts onto others. If a person constantly listens to these voices, they will never take the steps necessary to fulfill their destiny. The fear of rejection and criticism keeps many from pursuing their dreams, causing them to settle for a life that is safe but unfulfilling. True success requires breaking free from the need for approval and learning to trust in one's own vision. Validation from others is temporary and unreliable. One day people may applaud and the next day they may criticize. If a person builds their identity on the approval of others, they will always be unstable, shifting their values and actions to match public opinion. Living for validation creates a cycle of dependency where happiness and self-worth are dictated by how others respond. But no one can truly thrive when their confidence is built on external affirmation. The most successful people in history were those who did not seek permission to pursue their calling. They believed in their vision even when others doubted them. They understood that not everyone would support their journey, but they moved forward anyway. The need for validation often leads to compromise. Many people abandon their dreams, suppress their uniqueness, and conform to what is popular just to gain acceptance. They lower their standards, follow trends, and do things they do not believe in just to be liked. But success is not about pleasing people. It is about fulfilling a purpose. A person who is driven by validation will always be at the mercy of others' expectations, never fully embracing their true identity. The greatest achievements in life come from those who refuse to fit into the mold of public approval and instead choose to stand firm in their beliefs, talents, and convictions. Freedom from validation begins with self-awareness and confidence. When a person knows who they are, they no longer feel the need to prove themselves to others. They understand their value is not determined by external opinions, but by the purpose placed within them. This mindset allows them to focus on growth, learning, and achieving goals without being distracted by the noise of public perception. Confidence is not arrogance. It is the ability to move forward with certainty, even when others do not understand or agree. It is the understanding that worth is not measured by applause, but by the impact one makes. Breaking free from the need for validation requires boldness. It means taking risks, making decisions based on purpose rather than popularity, and standing firm even in the face of criticism. Every great leader, innovator, and trailblazer has faced opposition from those who did not see their vision, but they did not allow doubt to stop them. They pressed forward, knowing that true fulfillment comes not from being liked, but from walking in purpose. Critics will always exist, but their opinions do not define success. A person who is focused on growth does not waste time seeking approval. They invest their energy in becoming the best version of themselves. Self-discipline is the foundation of success. It is the ability to control one's actions, emotions, and decisions in pursuit of a greater goal. Without discipline, even the most talented person will fail to achieve greatness. Many people have dreams, ambitions, and goals, but very few have the discipline to stay committed to the process required to achieve them. Discipline is what separates those who wish from those who accomplish. It is not motivation that leads to success, because motivation fades. It is not talent alone that guarantees results, because talent without discipline is wasted potential. The key to any achievement is the ability to remain consistent and committed even when it is difficult. Success is not built in a single moment, but through daily habits and choices. Every small decision adds up over time to create a life of excellence or mediocrity. Discipline is waking up early to work on a skill even when it is easier to sleep in. It is saying no to distractions that offer temporary pleasure but lead to long-term failure. It is choosing to study, train, and practice when no one is watching. The people who achieve the greatest success in life are not necessarily the smartest or the most gifted. They are the ones who have mastered the art of self-discipline. They do what needs to be done regardless of how they feel. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack discipline. They start with enthusiasm, but as soon as they face obstacles, they give up. They set goals, but never follow through. They desire results, but are unwilling to endure the process. Without discipline, progress is impossible. There will always be moments of discomfort, moments when the mind seeks excuses, moments when distractions appear more appealing than hard work. But discipline is the ability to push forward despite these challenges. It is the ability to delay gratification, endure difficulty, and stay committed to the vision even when the rewards are not immediate. Discipline is required in every area of life. In health, a person who lacks discipline will struggle with physical well-being. In finances, those who cannot control spending will always remain in lack. In relationships, without discipline, commitments are broken and trust is lost. In career and business, a lack of discipline leads to inconsistency, poor performance, and failure to reach potential. Every successful person in any field has one thing in common: they have disciplined themselves to do what others refuse to do. While many choose comfort, they choose sacrifice. While others make excuses, they take action. This is why they rise to levels that others only dream about. The most dangerous habit is procrastination. Many people have the ability to achieve great things, but they constantly delay action. They say they will start tomorrow, next week, or next year, but time waits for no one. The longer a person postpones what must be done, the further they move from their goals. Discipline is the ability to act now, to do what is necessary without delay. Those who lack discipline constantly find reasons to wait. But those who succeed take responsibility for their time and make the most of every opportunity. Discipline is not something a person is born with. It is developed through consistent effort. It starts with small decisions: choosing to wake up early, setting priorities, finishing tasks on time, controlling emotions, and refusing to be controlled by distractions. Over time, these small decisions become habits, and habits shape character. A disciplined person does not need external pressure to perform. They hold themselves accountable. They do not need rewards to stay committed. They are driven by purpose. Their mindset is focused. Their actions are intentional, and their results speak for themselves. They understand that success is not achieved overnight, but through years of disciplined effort, persistence, and unwavering dedication to the process. Your environment shapes your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your future. The people you surround yourself with, the conversations you engage in, and the atmosphere you expose yourself to all have a direct impact on the person you become. Many people underestimate the power of their environment, believing that they can rise above negative influences without making any changes. But no one is immune to their surroundings. If you consistently place yourself in environments that do not challenge you to grow, you will remain stagnant. If you spend time with people who lack vision, you will eventually adopt their mindset. The company you keep either pushes you toward greatness or pulls you away from it. Your environment is not just about physical location. It includes the thoughts, ideas, and influences you allow into your life. The books you read, the information you consume, and the voices you listen to all contribute to your perspective on life. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, doubt, and fear, you will begin to internalize those beliefs. But if you immerse yourself in an environment of learning, inspiration, and growth, you will develop the mindset necessary for success. The most successful people are intentional about creating an environment that aligns with their goals. They are selective about who they listen to, where they spend their time, and what they allow into their minds. One of the greatest dangers is remaining in an environment that no longer serves your growth. Many people stay in the same circles, engaging in the same conversations, repeating the same habits, and expecting a different outcome. They feel stuck. Not because they lack potential, but because they refuse to change their surroundings. Growth requires stepping out of familiar places and into environments that challenge and stretch you. It requires being around people who are ahead of you, who think differently, who push you to aim higher. If you are always the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. Growth happens when you are surrounded by those who inspire and challenge you to become better. Toxic environments drain energy, kill ambition, and create a cycle of mediocrity. Being around people who constantly complain, make excuses, and discourage progress will slowly diminish your drive. Negativity is contagious, and without realizing it, you will begin to adopt the same limiting beliefs. If your environment is filled with people who do not believe in success, who mock ambition, who settle for average, you will struggle to rise above that mindset. The first step to changing your life is changing your environment. You must be willing to walk away from situations, conversations, and relationships that no longer align with your vision. Creating a growth environment requires intentionality. You must actively seek out mentors, communities, and opportunities that elevate your thinking. Surround yourself with people who are striving for excellence, who speak life into your dreams, and who encourage you to keep moving forward. Invest in personal development by reading books, attending conferences, and engaging in conversations that expand your perspective. Distance yourself from distractions, toxic influences, and anything that does not contribute to your growth. Protect your mind and energy by choosing what you expose yourself to daily. Your environment is either feeding your future or destroying it. You have the power to decide what you will allow in your space. If you desire to grow, to succeed, and to become all that you were created to be, you must be willing to create an environment that nurtures that growth. The quality of your life is a reflection of the influences you allow. Choose wisely, because your future depends on it.